Okay, hi, I'm Femi and I'm here with...
I'm David Nicholson.
And you have relations to the NHS?
I'm currently the chairman of the Worcester Acute Hospitals NHS Trust, and for 8 years I was the chief executive of the NHS. I worked for the NHS for nearly 40 years.
Okay. How do you feel about Brexit?
Well, on all sorts of levels it's a real issue. I mean, first of all, Brexit itself, and I have to say I voted Remain, and nothing I've heard since has made me less feel like that. But the whole idea of doing economic damage to a country on purpose seems to me completely mad. We're dependent as a healthcare system on creating more and more wealth for the economy so we can spend it on healthcare. That's what we'll need to do as our population gets older. And so it's very important, I think, that we get the maximum out of economic growth. So Brexit's really important, but also the important thing for us is we depend on the free movement of goods, services, people, ideas. That's the way medicine grows. That's the way we get innovation and change in our healthcare system. So for all those reasons, Brexit is a really, really bad idea. Having said that, people have voted for it. I understand that. Until we have another vote, I think that's the position we hand ourselves. But the most cataclysmic issue is a no-deal Brexit. That is absolute self-harm on a massive scale.
What would no deal do to the NHS?
Well, the NHS increasingly depends on just-in-time deliveries of drugs, of services, of people. All of those things are important. And if you disrupt that, that will genuinely affect thousands of people's lives. And I don't think it's exaggerated to say that many, many people will suffer if that happens.
And I mean, so right now, so you're saying if we add like tariffs and having different regulations at different ports, that might cause delays?
Well, just think about the disruption of it actually happening in the days and weeks that it happens. There are things that we use that have a 2-day life on the shelf, and so we need stuff straight away. And any kind of confusion or changes in the way these things are delivered will have a massive impact on real patients' lives. Vitally important.
So what would you say to people who voted for Brexit to help the NHS?
Well, I look at the evidence. I mean, we know that to improve and increase the amount of resources going into the NHS, you need economic growth, and Brexit is going to affect economic growth. We know that to staff the NHS going forward, we'll need large numbers of people, many hugely skilled people, often from other countries. We've always worked like that, and we'll need to do that in the future, and that will affect our ability to have doctors and nurses in our hospitals and clinics. And if we want to make sure we get the best drugs and the best innovations to our people, which they deserve, it will significantly affect that as well.
Thank you very much, sir. Cheers.